My husband and I were in marriage therapy when he laughed and said that I overreact about his nights. The therapist nodded. I simply slid my phone forward hotel receipts, messages, and camera footage. His face turned to stone. The therapist said, "Sir, please sit down. I never thought a person's truth could be so cold that the whole room would feel like ice. But maybe the January mornings in Columbus, Ohio are just like that, harsh, cutting, and strangely honest." Outside, snow was still falling over the parking lot, but the real cold was sitting across that fragile table, between the crumbling walls of our marriage. Eric sat at the edge of his chair, his hands restless, his face carrying that same fake confidence he had always worn. He had perfected the posture of deceit, straight shoulders, calm breathing, a tone that sounded like reason even when it was pure lies. "Layla, seriously," he had laughed, "you ask every night where I was, why I came home late. If my phone battery dies, you panic. You overreact." And in that moment, I realized he never understood who I was. I didn't panic. I calculated. I remembered. I observed in silence. Renee, the therapist, gave me a soft glance, the kind someone gives when they know something irreversible is about to happen. I slowly took my phone out of my bag. My fingers weren't trembling on the screen. No. The trembling inside me had died years ago, back when he first said, "You overthink everything, Layla." I slid the phone forward. Marriott downtown Cleveland, 3 nights. Total bill, $489. Room service for 2. See you again Friday. She won't suspect tonight. And the elevator lobby footage where he walked with another woman, her hair loose, her laughter pressed behind her lips, his hand almost brushing hers. Eric's breath caught. Just a second. And then his expression froze, as if he had swallowed his own voice. Renee set her pen down. "Sir, sit down." He was already sitting, but inside, he collapsed. I felt no victory. No triumph. Just exhaustion, the kind that settles into women who wash dishes in hot water at midnight, help kids with homework, stare at utility bills like they're puzzles, wonder how to pay the health insurance premium, and still tolerate the possibility that their husband's loyalty might also be on sale. "This is all wrong," Eric rushed out. "You're misunderstanding." "Misunderstandings aren't this expensive, Eric," I said, meeting his eyes for the first time. "Receipts don't lie. Cameras don't lie. Nights don't lie. People do." His hands shook. This was the same man who told me not to buy an extra pack of cereal at Target because the budget is tight, yet somehow found the money for a $489 hotel room with someone else. When did we get lost? Maybe the day the kids' school fees were late and he yelled, "You don't plan, Layla," even though I planned everything, discount coupons, grocery lists, bills, schedules, you name it. The truth was simple. He wasn't keeping track of his nights, and I was keeping track of everything else. "Layla, please." He reached his hand out, like a broken man begging for help. I looked at that hand and remembered everything it never held. My dreams, my exhaustion, the weight I carried alone. I didn't take it. Renee asked softly, "What do you want moving forward?" I looked out the window. Snow kept falling. The road leading toward Walmart was empty, yet somehow it looked like a beginning. I want my children not to learn lies. I want not to lose myself again. And I want the life I dreamed of, not in a fairy tale, but in the world I built through my own effort. Eric's voice broke. "So you want to end everything? Our family? Our home?" Home? The 2-bedroom rental where the heating broke every other week? The home where I cooked after double shifts, and he still said, "Next time use a little less salt"? Family? The family where I hid debts, juggled bills, chased minimum payments on credit cards, while he bought perfume for someone else. I answered quietly, "I only want to end what has already ended. The rest, I will rebuild. With my own hands." Renee nodded, understanding the depth of the moment. Everything was on the table, words, lies, evidence. And for the first time, Eric had nothing left to cover himself with. I picked up my purse, put on my coat, and as I opened the door, I said, "I'm hiring a lawyer. The kids will stay with me. I'll take what the law grants me. No revenge, no drama. Just my share of life." Eric called out, "Layla, don't do this." I didn't stop walking. I had been broken for years. But today, for the first time, I wasn't shattered. Outside, snow still fell, but a strange warmth moved through me, courage, truth, and the fragile promise of a life that might not be easy, but would finally be mine. Justice didn't come today. It might not come tomorrow. But the justice ordinary people own. Step by step, savings by savings, effort by effort, wall by wall, breath by breath. That was the road I had chosen. And I knew this much. The road would be hard. But at least, it would be honest.